Hello, my name is Ubaldo Acosta. I hope you're ready to begin. Let's review the general agenda of JavaServer Phases course. Are you ready? Let's go! Getting started. Introduction to JavaServer Phases. In this section, we'll study an introduction to JavaServer Phases technology. We'll review what JavaServer Phases is. We'll also study the characteristics of this technology. We'll see a three-layer architecture and the role of JSF in this Java architecture. We'll see how JSF implements the MVC Model View Controller design pattern. We will also carry out the installation of the tools that we will use throughout the course, and we'll create a first Hello World project with JSF. Basic concepts. Manage beans in JSF. In this section, we will review the concept of managed beans in JSF. Also, the scopes of the managed beans in JSF, both using the JSF standard and the Java EE standard using the concept of CDI, context and dependency injection. We'll also see how to inject managed beans dependencies with the JSF standard, such as using the standard in Java EE using CDI. Likewise, we'll study the concept of expression language in JSF and how to apply it to our JSF pages. We'll review the phases config.xml file that is the JSF configuration file, and we'll do several exercises to implement the managed bean concepts in JSF. Flow between pages. Navigation with JSF. We'll review the concept of navigation or flow between JSF pages and how it is implemented in JSF. We'll review how to define this concept explicitly, static navigation, using the phases config file, and implicitly, dynamic navigation, which is the form we'll use most often. Validation of data. Validations in JSF. In this section, we'll study the validation issue when sending information to the server using the JSF forms. These are the standard validations, validations in the methods of the managed beans, and personalized validations. We'll carry out an exercise to put this concept of validators into practice in JSF. Conversion of data. Conversions in JSF. In this section, we'll analyze the concept of conversion in JSF. The converters cover the need to assign and convert values between the JSF pages, and the attributes of the managed beans automatically. We'll study the implicit and explicit converters, as well as the custom converters, and we'll create an exercise to implement the converters in JSF. Capturing events. Management of events in JSF. We'll see the topic of event management in JSF. This concept allows us to capture events when there are changes in the JSF pages in the view, and execute a method in the managed bean. There are different types of events that we can detect. One of them is the value chain listener and another action listener. We'll do several exercises to put this concept into practice. Presentation. Phaselets in JSF. We'll review the technology of the phaselets in JSF. We'll see the characteristics. Presentation. Phaselets in JSF. We'll review the technology of the phaselets in JSF. We'll see the characteristics of this technology and why they are the standard today instead of JSPs. We'll also see the concept of templates using phaselets and create an exercise to put this concept into practice. Integrating all. Real-world web application with JSF and Java EE. We will create a web application using JSF and integrate it with Java EE by deploying it in a Java application server. This application will have a three-layer architecture and will define perfectly the role of each technology in this practical application. JSF in the presentation layer, integrating it with AGVs in the business layer, and integrating it with JPA in the data layer. This application will serve as the basis for your own Java web and enterprise applications using JSF and Java EE. Broadly speaking, this is the general agenda of the JavaServer Phases course. These are just some of the many more topics we learn throughout this course. So if you're ready, let's start immediately.